This week, 5 major art fairs are happening simultaneously in New York. 5. And I have passes to all of them. So before I walk all those floors, let me give you the decoder ring, because your Instagram is going to be absolutely chaotic and none of it is going to make sense without this. An art fair is essentially a temporary marketplace. Think of it like a luxury pop-up, where hundreds of galleries from around the world rent a booth, bring their best works, and try to sell it all in about 5 days. This space is not a museum. There are no permanent collection, and everything you see has a price tag. The whole thing is set up, sold, and torn down even before people realize this has happened. And the people buying? Private collectors, museum curators, foundations, and also a growing number of first-time buyers who came for the champagne and left with a 6 figures work of art. Now here is where it gets interesting, because art fairs are not some ancient tradition. They're a relatively new invention. The whole concept started in 1970 in Basel, Switzerland. 3 gallerists, Ernst Bayler, Trudy Bruckner, and Bolt Silt, had this one idea. What if, instead of flying collectors to 16 different cities, don't we just bring all the galleries to one place? Needless to say, it worked. That was the inception of Art Basel. By the 1990s and early 2000s, the model exploded. Frieze launched in London in 2003. TEFAF went global. Miami Art Week became an absolute event. Suddenly, every major city wanted one fair. And today, there are about 350 art fairs happening all around the world every year. Why do these things actually matter? 2 reasons. 1. For gallery, this is survival. According to the latest Art Basel and UBS Art Market report, art fair sales represent 35% of a total dealer revenue. And that's the highest it's been since 2022. You miss the art fair circuit, you miss a third of your income. 2. For the art world overall, fairs are where the art market sets its temperature. What's selling, what's not, which artists are breaking through, which galleries are struggling. You can read all of it from the floor of a fair, if you know what you're looking for. And I do, which is why I'll be there. And now, let's talk about the part nobody tells you, because this is where it gets generally insane. The global art market made about 60 billions in 2025. 60 billions! And art fairs are responsible for a massive chunk of that. But here is what those beautiful booths actually cost to the participating galleries. And I promise you, this will change the way you will look at every single fair photos on your feed this week. For a fair aimed at emerging dealers, such as Nara, a standard booth will cost between $12,000 and $16,000, whereas for major fairs as Art Basel in Basel, a standard booth in the main section can cost between $50,000 and $200,000. And all this is before the build-out, the walls, the lighting, the custom floor, which can add from $15,000 to $40,000 on top. And this is also before travel, before shipping the art, and before the stuff even arrive. According to Artsy reporting, small galleries can easily spend $20,000 just to walk in the door. And that's for a mid-tier fair. One dealer told Artnet that they spent $65,000 on a single booth at Art Basel Miami, and that's even before they sold anything. So, next time you see a beautiful photo of a beautifully styled art fair booth, you're seeing a gallery that made a very expensive bet. This week, I'm going to take you inside all of them. TEFAF, Frieze, Nada, and Future, with press access, which means I get to go early, I get to talk to people who actually matter, and I get to tell you everything I see. Consider this your orientation. Class is officially in session. I'll see you in the trenches, bellets, and don't forget to hit follow for more art shenanigans.